Welcome, everyone, to a special episode of PowerBomb Weekly. If you guys were checking out the live episode of the Lowest Wise Guys podcast, which was on yesterday at around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, Eslam, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You would see that I was not there, but we did have a special guest who was...
Sir Jorge of Giorgio.
That's amazing. Sir Jorge of Giorgio. I can't wait to see that on my
I fucked it up the first time
platform.
I said it.
Did you?
I fucked it up the first time I said it, so you guys can go check out what I said. But I pissed off the Latino community, and I want them back.
You said
at the
Sir
end,
George? You said Sir George?
Yeah, I said Sir George of Giorgio.
I'm just shaking my head now, just like this man.
Yeah.
This man said Sir George.
But yeah, he was a lot of fun on the podcast yesterday, so go check it out.
Yeah, and one of the places where you could go find out where our stuff is at is over at lostwiseguys.com, where you could see our podcast. You could see the YouTube version of it, which goes up on Mondays, as well as your podcast. Your favorite podcast platform is going to go up on a Monday, and you can find all our other amazing content, including the LWGFEGL, which, I mean, at this point, am I even involved? Or am I just won the thing. I feel like I just won the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess for now, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you are gonna win, but
Like, I'm gonna win.
the only way anybody would have, if like Disco gave me God of War, like I might have a chance, but I still doubt it.
I was like checking the math and stuff. I think even if I did not have Elden Ring, I'm still winning this.
That makes sense.
I didn't even need Elden Ring to win it, I think.
Yeah, I think because most of your games are in like the 80s. Anyways, yeah. I thought I had a couple games in the 80s, but they fell down into the like mid to high 70s, which was disappointing.
No.
But it is what it is. I'm learning. But I'm doing a lot better this year than I did last year, so I'm proud of myself.
No, you really are. I do want to say what's up, Henry. Yes, I was not here yesterday. Thank you for the kind words. I'm glad you missed me. That's how I respond to people when they say they miss me. I'm glad you missed me.
Happy birthday, Henry, before you ask.
I wasn't going to say it. If you don't ask, I ain't saying it.
No, fuck it. I got you. Happy birthday. He helped us out yesterday.
Did he?
With the Dota stuff, because me and Disco were like, oh, is this like an MMRP? What is it?
MMORPG
again?
Is what it's called.
Yeah. So he helped us out with that, and then he was like, no, this is actually a MOBA. So
yeah, it's a MOBA, exactly.
Yeah. So thanks, Henry. He's our shadow producer.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't miss you at all. Same here, Rudy. Never. But yeah, if you guys want to follow us individually, you could also follow us at LWG_Eslam, and for Disco, who's not currently here, and LWG_Dan Rosado. I am speaking faster than I normally do, Eslam, and that has to do with the fact that I had to come up with a rap for work. I will explain that to you after the fact, but I'm a rapper now. But so, nice. You can check out all our stuff on all our social medias on lostwiseguys.com. Be sure to remember to like, subscribe, share, rate, review. Don't forget to pray. I'm going to throw that in every once in a while for the people. And comment below. Always comment below. What the hell is this chat saying? Why is the chat popping off? Follow you in the hell. Already there. But this episode of PowerBomb Weekly is obviously going to be all about the wrestling. So without further ado, I'm going to hit our special graphic, which we do need to make more of, Eslam. We need to make it for the other news segments.
But
yeah, let's do that. Let's get in there. There it is. I was going to try to have it ready and say PowerBomb Weekly on the bottom, and I just started getting text messages. I was like, oh, man, okay. I cannot check those right now, but this is what we're doing, and I'm going to get this out of here for now. But remember to like, share, subscribe, and do all that crap. But we're going to talk about some wrestling. I didn't get to talk about it on the main episode of the podcast, and there's some things I need to discuss in the world of professional wrestling. Now, what's up?
You're like professional wrestling.
I have like a piece of some food in my tooth. I was trying to get that.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get that. I'm gonna be doing that throughout the whole episode. So one thing I want to talk about is I've already mentioned it before that Vince McMahon obviously gone from WWE, right?
Yep.
Triple H is in there. He's making everything better. It's like, oh man, thank God he's bringing back a lot of wrestlers that got released. and all this other stuff. And with that being said, I want to jump into my first news story. There have been a bunch of releases from WWE.
Goddamn.
This
Already,
article is from WrestleTalk.com, written by Connell Rumsey. Several NXT UK superstars released from WWE. So,
Oh, UK. Okay.
yeah, so this was like the NXT offshoot, which was pretty good, but let's be real, nobody was watching it. So I just want to run through this real fast. We have Flash Morgan Webster, Mark Andrews, Wild Boar, Amale, Jack Stars, Dave Mastiff, Ashton Smith, Amelia McKenzie, Shaw Samuels, Nina Samuels, Sam Gradwell, Danny Luna, Primate, Jay Melrose, Rohan Raja, Kenny Williams, Zaya Brookside, Tio Man, Trent Seven, Tyson T-Bone, Sid Scala, Saxon Huxley, Eddie Dennis, and Amir Jordan. I know you don't know it. They all wrestle in the UK. There are some huge names in here that I'm very surprised about, especially people like Zaya Brookside, Trent Seven, Dave Mastiff, who was a personal favorite of mine, Eddie Dennis, a lot of hits here. Not only did that happen, NXT UK is kind of just gone too. So like, not only are we getting rid of the wrestlers, they took a few of them, put them on NXT. They released the rest of them. It was like, this whole show is gone. We're done with it. The plan going forward is supposed to be they're going to get rid of NXT UK, eventually bring it back, rebranded as NXT Europe.
Okay.
So I don't know if these people are going to be brought back. Maybe this is just like, hey, we're going to let you guys go do your thing so you're not stuck working with us. This way you can still make your money. But the UK people always had a special deal where they were already allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the deal is, but that might be the case. Well,
I mean,
hate Rudy so much. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, having it being called NXT Europe instead of NXT UK just broadens the horizon. Now you can have more countries in Europe joining, not just from the UK. So you can get like France in there.
Well, they kind of already. The weird thing is they had that. They had wrestlers from all over. Just they branded it UK, and the original plan was this was like one of Triple H's babies, where he was like, we're gonna have NXT UK, we're gonna have NXT Japan, we're gonna have NXT China. Like he was gonna have NXTs all over the place. So it looks like they did the UK and they never moved past that.
Yeah.
So it looks like this time he is gonna do that. Maybe he is gonna branch out and potentially do continents. If this is a Europe, who is this? Who isn't to say that there's gonna be an NXT Asia, NXT Africa? That could happen, but I think that's huge in scope. I think for right now, if they focus on NXT Europe and have that succeed to the best of Triple H's ability, there we go. So hopefully that works out, but we'll see. So that's all I got for NXT UK, and yeah, they don't have the rest of what I was saying there. That's just further detail I've been doing. Hey, look, there's what's his name? He talks on the show. So I'm gonna cut that out, and I want to talk a little bit about some AE dubs. A lot has been happening in W. A lot has been happening. So for the past weeks, I've been talking about people who've been injured that might potentially come back, and just about everybody I mentioned is back. So I'm going to start off with the champion, CM Punk, has returned. I just want to go to this specific image right here. Now, on the podcast, I mentioned CM Punk had gotten injured shortly after winning the title. He had to leave, and they introduced an interim world title. Jon Moxley, the man on the right, won the interim world title, and he's been defending it. CM Punk, the AEW world champion, is back. And remember, I told you, Eslam, a lot of people are upset. Why are you doing an interim title? That's stupid, blah, blah, blah. And I remember saying, this is a storyline just waiting to happen. Some Punk's going to come back. You have two people. Who is the true champion? They have to fight for it. It writes itself. Here we are. We're doing it. Punk is back. I'm the real champion. Jon Moxley saying, no, I've been here defending it the whole time. And he said it himself. Neither one of our titles mean anything. Let's go at it. Whoever's wins. And we're like, this is going to be on pay-per-view, right? And Tony Khan said, no, it's not. This upcoming Wednesday on Dynamite, they're going to have the match. You don't even have to watch pay-per-view. It's going to be on TV, on TBS.
Nice.
Champion versus champion. And I believe the winner of that is going to go on and fight Hangman Adam Page, the man that CM Punk defeated for the title. And that's where we get into some weird stuff going on with AEW. So when Punk came out, there was this thing where Moxley and his crew were getting attacked. Punk came out and was like, hey, I'm here, blah, blah. Stuff happened. Then the following Wednesday, CM Punk comes out, and before he addressed Jon Moxley, the first thing he said is like, I need to get to some uninteresting stuff. I want to call out Hangman Adam Page. Hangman did not come out. And then CM Punk goes on to say, and that's what I mean by uninteresting or unimportant. This guy sucks. Blah blah blah. Now I'm going to move on to better things. He talks about Jon Moxley. Supposedly he has heat with Page. I don't know if I ever used that term in Kayfabe Corner. That means that they have issues behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew that. Yes, Rudy, send me a text message in the middle of doing a podcast. I appreciate that. So what's called? He was insulting Page, knowing that Page wasn't at the arena. So he's calling the man out, and the guy's not even there. And apparently, there's a lot of issues with people backstage in AEW between CM Punk. Some people say Colt Cabana, who has always had issues with Punk, not always, but for the past several years, he and Punk have had issues. There's just a lot of bad blood apparently going on behind the scenes at AEW. Not something I like to hear. Not something I like to hear. I don't know the full details, but I'm not on my phone, Rudy. I have the thing on my phone where I get a text message and it pops up on my computer where I'm trying to read my chat. What's it called? So they're gonna fight. There is some bad blood. Hopefully everything gets settled. Everything gets solved. Rumor has it that CM Punk was so upset that he not threatened, but he seemed like he was at the point where he might quit. And we know CM Punk has gone and quit when he gets pissed off before. So there is that. Another thing I want to talk about is in terms of wrestlers getting upset and quitting and disappearing and doing stuff like that. I want to talk about MJF.
Right.
Now, I've mentioned MJF multiple times on the podcast.
I think we talked about him in the last PPW.
Yeah, last PowerBomb weekly, yeah. Connell Rumsey. So, rumor has it he should be coming back fairly soon. I don't know what the details are of that. I just do know that MJF is going to be coming back. Coincidentally, we also know that Punk is here. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like that was a feud that they kind of never... Oh, when I zoom in here, it doesn't... Okay, never mind. I see that when... now that CM Punk is back, they're going to try to bring in MJF again. That's a storyline right there, where you have MJF after doing his pipe bomb, having a feud with Punk. Makes all the sense in the world. I'm curious. Do you remember MJF wrestling at all, Eslam?
I'm guessing. Yeah. Well, no, I don't.
Oh, okay. He wrestled Cody Rhodes in the show we went to. Just curious.
Oh, I do remember that match. It was the last match, right? It was the...
Nope, no, it was like right in the middle.
Okay. Well, I remember Cody Rhodes wrestling someone, but yeah.
It was this guy, this man right here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on him. There you go.
Shit.
Look at that face. Look at that face.
Good shit.
There he is. Don't forget that face. That man's going to be a legend in the future.
I'm going to forget it by the end of this podcast.
You're going to forget it within the next 3 minutes.
Yeah.
One more story I want to talk about. One more return in the world of AEW and professional wrestling. The Best Bout Machine.
Oh.
The quote-unquote greatest wrestler alive. The one, the only, the Kenny Omega. He did return. And he came out in his weird gear and his like tight shirt and some weird pants. So Kenny Omega came back and he had a match just like I had predicted, along with the Young Bucks, and they were going up against a lot of luchadors, which is always fun to see. Kenny Omega and his style of wrestling and the luchadors style of wrestling mesh as well. He went up against Andrade, Rush, and Dragon Lee, and amazing match as always. But you could see Kenny wasn't moving quite like how he used to. And I'm going to go to this image real quick. He was wearing this shoulder brace throughout the whole beginning of the match.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kenny Omega, like I had mentioned on the podcast, he had vertigo apparently for years, and he was still putting on some of the best matches. He's had I think 3 surgeries in the past couple months. He has to go do rehab about 3 to 4 times a day, and he came out and had this match. Yeah,
3 to
so this
4
man
times
was
a
all
day.
types.
God damn.
Yeah, this man is all types of beat up and still out wrestling the world. So it's insane. It's like this man's going out there and just hurting himself for the fans' enjoyment, which, of course I'm appreciative, but at the same time you want this, you want to take care of yourself. So after the show was over, he had the mic and he was like, I'm back, this, that, and the other. I'm obviously not at 100%. It's going to take time to get there, but it looks like he's going to be doing rehab while also being on the road and wrestling. Like he's not even going to take time away to fully recover. He's going to try to work that into his recovery, which I've never seen that.
Doesn't sound like a good idea. I mean,
how can you
how can you recover if you're constantly working those things that need rest and proper care? If you're
I
wearing
agree.
like you whatever you do during the day, you're just gonna ruin at night when you wrestle.
I mean, I get it. I get it. Look at that
No,
face. Look at that face. I'm gonna make this a regular
dude
thing on
looks like
PowerBomb Weekly. I'm
he's
gonna zoom in on
he's
people's
high right
faces.
now on pain meds. Look at him.
Um, I agree with you 100%, Eslam, but this man is built different. And it's
No,
funny.
some
I
people
was
are 100%.
uh,
I'm just like, protect your career. Like, that's the most important
absolutely.
thing, right? Protect yourself and protect your career. Your body's your career, so protect it. Don't do this
Yeah.
stupid shit.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. One quick thing I want to say about Kenny Omega. I was listening to a podcast. It might have been Jericho's. I can't remember who exactly. And they were just talking about Kenny Omega, and they made a connection that I never realized until they had said it. I was like, because he's such a good wrestler, and I was just like, but who does he? Because he wrestles different from most people, and he's a hard hitting Eddie Guerrero. And they
Mm.
talked about, I was like, it clicked. I was like, he is like, no, he's like so smooth in the ring. He wrestles like an Eddie, but with a Japanese twist to it, where it's like he hits hard and all this stuff. I was like, that is like the perfect wrestler. Like Eddie Guerrero is that good. Now, if you do that, but you add more like maliciousness to it, I don't even know if that's a word. It is now, and just the angriness and just the hard stuff that goes with it and the showmanship. I was like, dude, Kenny Omega is another Eddie, which I feel like that's one of the highest praises you could give somebody in the world of pro wrestling. But with that being said, I do want to talk about one more news story. I want to talk about some Japanese professional wrestling. I've been saying for a while
Oh,
that I
are
was
we
going to
gonna
do it.
climax right now?
I've been putting it off for the longest
Oh,
time,
are we climaxing right now?
and it was like we got to do it. We had to bring it back.
Oh,
I promised I was going to do it,
yeah,
and we're going to talk
boy.
about the G1 Climax. Now
Oh,
these images are
super
perfect.
hard.
These
Damn,
images are
they're all
perfect for what you
climaxing right now. God
exactly.
damn. God damn,
Exactly.
look
I'm
at
gonna
them.
take a drink of water. You tell me how you feel about this.
My goodness, look at them all. Disco, you fucked up not showing up today. God damn, bro. Look at all this climax that's happening. Holy shit, I just got thirsty. Looking at all this. All this climaxing. I just got thirsty.
Now, I just want to say, so the G1 Climax ended actually. Eslam.
I
It
think you
ended.
called
I
it
believe.
last week.
Yeah, because I missed everything.
Yeah.
But I did finish. Get it? I did finish.
Yeah, you
But
did.
I got to see the finals. Now, these four men made it to the finals of their blocks: the A block, B block,
Oh,
C
we
block,
can
D
finally
block.
get to put names to the faces.
And
Faces to
that's
the
why I
names.
like it. That's why I like this image specifically, Eslam.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do it real quick. Nice little short one. I'm gonna throw
Wait.
out some names. I want you
Yeah.
to match them.
Okay. Okay. Go for it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Will Ospreay.
I'm gonna say the blonde.
Correct.
Yeah.
You've seen him live, but yes.
I
As a
God,
matter of fact, you've seen all these guys live, but
I don't
that's all other.
remember any single one of them. But Will Offspray just sounds like a blonde.
Mm-hmm. He's the British man on the right,
Yeah.
and we have Tamatanga.
I'm gonna say that's the blonde on the left.
You are incorrect.
Damn, Tamatonga's the other one. Oh shit, I don't know. He don't look
Which one's
Tongan
the
to
other one?
me.
Which one's the other one?
Oh shit, I'm assuming they're Japanese. You son of a bitch, you're tricking me. Um, God, I have no idea now. But actually, that makes a lot more sense. That is the guy with the red shorts.
Yeah, no, I thought it was obvious. That's
No,
why I
that
said
is
that one
obvious.
down.
I'm retarded. Tamatanga. Like I saw the tattoo and I'm just like, that makes so much sense.
A tribal tattoo? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I know.
God,
It makes a lot of
I'm
sense.
tired, bro.
Yeah, I could tell. Jeez. Now let's make it a little bit more harder.
Okay.
Tetsuya Naito.
Tetsuya Naito. I'm just gonna go with the blonde Asian.
That is incorrect.
Okay. I mean, it was 50-50.
Tetsuya Naito is the third one. But now to make it fun for you, you name the last one, the blonde that you think is everyone else. Give him a name. That's long. Well, who is he? I've
Oh,
mentioned him numerous times on the podcast. Numerous
Okada?
times. Kazuchika Okada. Thank you. You got it.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
So
Fucking got
these
it.
four men made it to the semifinals. Kazuchika Okada, Tamatanga, Tetsuya Naito, and Will Ospreay, respectively, according to these pictures. very excited to see Tama Tonga go. He is a tag team wrestler, so to see him make it this far in the G1 is awesome. He had a good showing from the highlights I've seen, of course, like I've mentioned many times. I haven't gotten to see the whole thing. I didn't even get a chance to see the semifinals, but I did see the final. So I know which two of these men advanced to the finals. Can you guess which two it was? I'm just curious.
I'm gonna
just
go
based
with
off their appearances.
I'm gonna go with Tonga.
Mm-hmm.
And I already forgot his name. Not Okada, the other one.
Naito. Okay. You couldn't be more wrong. It was the other two. It was Okada and Ospreay.
Wow. Again 50-50. So it was Okada and Ospreay.
They made it to the finals.
Look at Tonga though. Look at him. He's so happy he climaxed. Like I thought he made it.
The end. He gave like the Tiger Woods almost. It was like I did it. So did Tiger, but they made it to the finals. Okada and Ospreay, they fought numerous times in the past, and this was just another showing. Now, Ospreay used to be like a junior heavyweight within Okada's faction. Once he broke off and he started the United Kingdom and he became the Commonwealth Kingpin, that's where he broke off and he did his own thing. So seeing him elevate to the status he is now and going up against Okada, who is like for the past numerous years is like the god of like New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like he is the best. It's Okada. And seeing them go at it and go back and forth. I literally just finished that match today, Eslam, because I was like, we're doing this. I need to make sure I see at least the finals.
Yeah.
They went back and forth, and they're kicking out of each other's finishers. They're going hard. The United Empire is ringside cheering on Ospreay. I mean, they were doing some crazy stuff. And in the end, Okada wins and is this year's G1 Climax winner. I want to say their tag this year was like Max the Max. I could be wrong.
Wasn't that last year's tag?
No, last year's was it was something else. I forgot what it was.
Damn, that sounds so familiar. Max the Max.
Yeah, it's just Japanese when they use like the English terms.
Pants.
Yeah, right. So did Okada.
Yeah.
But Okada did win the G1. I want to see if they have a picture of the trophy. I always like the trophy that they have for the G1. There he is. There he is right there. There's Okada. You get the opportunity to hold this flag, and then you get to hold the tree.
Nice.
And he wins the G1. And it's kind of like the Royal Rumble. I've mentioned this before for anybody who doesn't know what the G1 Climax is. It's like winning the Royal Rumble, and then you get to fight for the title at WrestleMania. So he won their tournament. Now at Wrestle Kingdom, he's going to compete for the world title. So Okada, this is his fourth win in the G1 in his career. I believe the record is for Chono, who's won 5.
Nice.
So Okada's just knocking right on Chono. You know what I'm saying? He's getting right there. I think I could see him definitely surpassing Chono. I'd like to see that. But we'll see, man. But I'm glad I got to see at least one match of the G1. Sorry to everybody that I didn't get to keep everyone updated on the whole G1. But did what I could. But that's really all I got for the wrestling news this week.
Nice.
So yeah, I wanted to end it off on the G1. I do wish Disco was here. Just so he could have seen some faces.
He's been wanting to climax for the past 2 weeks, and
he's gonna have to wait another year now.
Now you
have to wait another year.
You got blue balls for a whole year. You son of a bitch! Should have been on here.
And if you guys want to go and make fun of him, feel free to check out the social medias. This is right there in the middle. Emperor.disco.
Call him.
Just let him know what happened.
Blue ball disco.
Yep. Is there an emoji for blueberries? Just send him blueberries.
Yeah. Send him blueberries.
Just send blueberries. Don't explain it. Don't say it. Anybody who could find him on what is this? His Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram.
Yeah. Just go look up emperor.disco on Instagram and just send him blueberries. No context. Don't say anything else. And anyway, like I said, that's all I got for the wrestling. If you guys want to check out the podcast, any of our other content, be sure to go to lowswiseguys.com as below. We have everything you could ever want of our content. It's going to be available on there, along with the LWGF EGL. And we don't have a link for the GG in there yet, right?
No, not yet.
Well, it's going to get in there. We do have a GG account. I'm currently working on it. If you guys want to see what games we play, or basically, more importantly, see what games we start and don't finish. That's all available in the GG app.
Most of the ones I put up, I finished. I just didn't platinum.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm there with you. That's just a joke. I think we finished about half our games.
Yeah. I'm working on God of War now, so.
Yeah.
But I think I might want to platinum this one. We'll see.
I've never platinum God of War.
Oh. Should get to that.
Go for it.
Yeah,
Go for it. I don't want to. I don't like it enough
a lot?
to platinum it.
Oh, really? It's been fun. Yeah.
I enjoy God of War, but I don't put it on a pedestal like the world does. I never understood why people are, God of War is so great. Have you seen Last of Us? Sir, have you played Last of Us? Come on.
It's a different game, but they're both good within their own right.
It's about a male protagonist who's being followed by a child on a journey. Which one am I describing? I'm describing both games. I'm describing both games.
Touche, sir. Touche.
If you want to hear more funny things like that, be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment below. I was going to say rate and review, but that's what we do in our episodes. Check out Bahubali. The world's seen it. They know.
They sure have. They sure have.
They got some stuff to say about it, too. But, yeah. Oh, what we got in the chat? Who's saying something?
I know,
Game of the year. What's game of the year? Digimon Survive? How do you mute people on here, Eslam?
I have no idea, bro.
We'll figure that out. We'll get you next time, Henry. Just keep talking about Digimon. We'll be sure to mute you.
Oh. Sure.
But yeah, anyway, like I said, that's all I got for the wrestling news. I should be able to be on this week's podcast. I don't think there's gonna be any issues with that.
Sounds good.
So we'll be there. Yeah, we already discussed what we're gonna be talking about on it, so we already know what's going on.
Yes, sir.
And I think we're good. Do you have anything else you want to say to the people?
Nah, I'm good.
I hate Rudy so much. And thank you, everyone, for checking out the Los Wise Guys edition, or Los Wise Guys special edition of PowerBomb Weekly. This will be available on YouTube if you missed something you want to check back, or if you want to just look closer into Kenny Omega's tired eyes. But with that being said, thank you, and I will see you next week.